Hi, my name is Igor Kolodov, and this is Digital Signal Processing using MATLAB and Python. I welcome you to the course. This is our e-learning homepage, but I am not using e-learning for our online materials. For most of the work in this course, we're using an alternative website, cisweb.bristolcc.edu. You need to email me to get your access, just like I'm describing right here. Also, don't hesitate to email me if you have any other questions regarding the course. You can consider one exception to be this discussion board right here. I set it up for you for our interaction. So you can subscribe to this discussion board, and you can also, of course, create new thread as necessary and post your questions here. Be sure to subscribe to this forum, so if new questions or answers are posted, you will be notified by email. Okay, back to our welcome screen. I'm now clicking on the link to our home page. Here it is, and I recommend that you bookmark this page in your browser for your convenience. CISWeb is a web server at Computer Information Systems Department, STEM Division of Bristol Community College, and this is my home page right here. So you see there is a link to our course right here. And this is the login and password that I'm asking you to email me to get your credentials. And this is our main menu. The links to reading materials and handouts correspond to the topics we're covering in our weekly schedule right here. And I'll come back here to take a look at this page after the videos. Here's the video link to our CIS 283 videos and materials. And this is the video that you're watching right now. But instead of recording all video lectures, as I do in my other courses, here I decided to have everyone in this class watch digital signal processing lectures developed by Mike Cohen at udemy.com. Udemy is a nice online learning platform which has been offering courses for many years. Mike is a leading instructor in signal and image processing, statistics, spectral analysis, matrix decomposition, and he's a professor at Radboud University Medical Center in Netherlands. Okay, so this is a paid website, but I want you to email me to get your access to his series of lectures for free. I'll send you a free access coupon with instructions on how to subscribe. I have a credit at their website, and I will create what they call a gift coupon for you right here. You will receive an email from Udemy with a link to claim it and activate, and you'll enter the code and you'll be registered there with Mike Cohen's lectures. This is Mike Cohen's playlists on YouTube, which are free videos, and there's just nice selection of time frequency analysis, discrete time Fourier transform, time frequency analysis with Morlet wavelet convolution, and many more videos that are extremely useful and very well developed. There is also a discussion forum specifically dedicated to Udemy videos. They have their own discussion forum internally. If you have a question related to this material, I recommend that you post your question there first. We all can subscribe to the forum, myself included, so we can follow along with the discussion there. I find that there are a lot more people taking the course at Udemy than here at Bristol, and we could get a better interaction dynamic there. So let's just try it. On my side, I'm working on detailed transcripts of all of the lectures posted on this list. And that includes command line and MATLAB sample programs used in Mike's videos. I'm not doing this in the intro section, but starting with section 2, time series denoising. Okay, let me click again our reading materials. So here, as I said, starting with time series denoising, and starting with mean smooth a time series lecture. You can see I give you a very detailed version of every lecture, including MATLAB code. I'll just show you an example of this right here. There normally be a link to the program associated with the lecture, just like this. And also it'll show you what is happening directly on the MATLAB command line in the video. And this is a work in progress for me as I'm tweaking and updating every part of our course as we move along. So back to our main menu, reading handouts and materials. Let me open this again. You see that I am organizing our schedule into 11 sets. Each set has a number of video lectures, and each lecture has MATLAB and Python programs that comes with the material. In the sample, for example, I'll show you, this is the link to the first zip file with the sample code. And in the sample zip files, you'll find the necessary data sets you can load into your MATLAB workspace, and of course experiment with the code. Now, speaking of MATLAB specifically, our ITS department is going to send us MATLAB licenses which we can apply to activate MATLAB with the signal processing toolbox. So specialized MATLAB programming libraries are called toolboxes, and we get to download and use the signal processing toolbox this semester. I will notify you as soon as I hear from our ITS about the licenses. Meanwhile, you can look at our evaluation copy of MATLAB at mathworks.com, which is the company that distributes MATLAB. Let me show you. So this is the website. I'll try to take you through the steps there. mathworks.com. So if you click products and then MATLAB product family and scroll down to signal processing, if you'd like to just see what this website offers, like here is the link to signal processing, and then again down to explore products. Let me see. I think it's down in the bottom right here, explore products. You see the digital signal processing system toolbox. So this is the link that I'm clicking here. And you can get a free trial for 30 days. They'll be asking you to provide your information here, and they'll verify. You'll have to create an account, they'll verify your email, the usual stuff, and they'll give you a link to download MATLAB with digital signal processing toolbox, and you'll have 30 days to play with this. I myself will be experimenting with moving from a trial version to the full license in a few days, but I don't know. I didn't have this experience yet, so I'll let you know how it goes. Meanwhile, however, I recommend that you wait for the school license before you install MATLAB on your computer. It's just my general recommendation. And if we experience a few days delay to our setup and configuration due to licensing, this is normal because this is a brand new course here at Bristol, and the first time we get our access to digital processing with MATLAB. So there is so much material you can review in introductory videos I've added to our lectures, especially in our mathematics background. So once again, if you look at the video links, there are some lectures that are posted here, and they also include here free videos on math from Mike Cohns and also by Daryl Morrill. So these are more in-depth coverage of math. If you're into math, you probably very much enjoy and appreciate the material presented by Daryl in these videos. There's also a quick MATLAB introduction by David Doran, and it's also a very nice and straightforward introduction to discrete Fourier transform in MATLAB with examples. So lots of material to watch and learn, especially in mathematics background. Ideally, you have already taken some calculus and ready to get started with Fourier transform and other things. But if not, all computer processing can be described by this sort of formula. You could say that you have some input and you do some computation based on the input data that you get. And you get your output for your future analysis in the form of a final result as a data set or graphics diagrams. So the power of learning math with your own computer and environment like MATLAB is that you can learn certain pre-built library functions, and you already know what to expect when you apply them in your code. So you can become productive without being a math guru. On the other hand, this is a bit intuitive approach, should generate your interest in the corresponding background math theory, so you can dig deeper to see how things work under the hood and these math functions in your MATLAB code, how they work and how they're actually implemented. So it's a win-win situation in my opinion. My approach is to try signal processing hands-on using concrete examples and then dig into the math. So perhaps also, while we're here, just a few notes on Python, because we mentioned MATLAB multiple times. You can also do all work in Python, all your computation, and I provide the corresponding Python code if you prefer Python. And you could use any other programming language, but obviously you would need to do that sort of like translation of code on your own. And since we go through the lectures presented in MATLAB, you can also follow along using Octave. It's a free cross-platform program that emulates MATLAB, and actually it's covered in the introductory lectures here by Mike Cohn. But I find Octave to be significantly slower when compared to MATLAB. So I think everyone in this class should take advantage to our MATLAB license to get the most from the material. Alright, let's switch back to our main menu. Our syllabus includes grading criteria, attendance, withdrawal policies, other important information regarding the course, and information about disability accommodations. So be sure to download and save it for your records. So let's take a look at weekly assignments so we have a chance to actually talk more about our homework workload and the format of the assignments. So I recommend that you visit weekly assignments regularly, and if you miss a week, you will always find prior or latest postings here. I'll be posting a homework assignment for a new set of topics right here, but let's first start with the video and reading section. First, let's also switch to first material, and you see we have a free online book by Tom O'Haver, University of Maryland. This is the introduction to that material. If you go to the contents page, you'll see a link to download a book as a single document, and if I try it here, you'll see it's a hefty 495 pages book, and it's absolutely free. And it has a clickable table of contents on page 3. If I jump to that page 3, it's a clickable table of contents, and you can search for a lot of examples in MATLAB sample programs linked directly to this document. So the volume of this book gives you an idea how much there is out there in the practical field of digital signal processing. So I expect that you should start reading this text at your own pace, as well as videos generally will be following the outline here as well. So back to our weekly assignments, and you can see this is our first assignment, section 1 review. There is no due date for any assignments. I understand that this is an introductory course and you may all have very different backgrounds. So everybody needs a different amount of time, I think, to actually begin working with MATLAB samples and data. So submit when it's ready. Now, of course, the approach here is that I want you to watch the videos and read all materials, and when you feel ready, you should start with your MATLAB environment, and also organize your hard drive structure and back up your files often. So I'll probably have another section covering your first steps in MATLAB, which we could do maybe in our next presentation. And basically the focus of the assignment is to try pretty much all possible MATLAB coding examples covered in this section's videos. So once again, if you look at the section code right here, section handouts, at the bottom of the screen, here's a zip file for this specific set of topics. So you can download this, and it will also include the data files that you need to work on the examples. And when you ready, I want you to upload 3 or more MATLAB, or if you want to do this work in Python, do 3 or more programs, submit them that you tried. And each file, I'm asking you to open every file and provide a substantial amount of comments explaining each part of your MATLAB code. So basically just you need to be able to explain it fully. And I want you to comment every variable, and especially MATLAB functions. So provide some information about the functions, what their purpose is, and explain everything in detail specific to the example that you're using. I recommend, this works for me actually, that you also keep writing your notes in a summary essay with your research on the concept presented in every section. So I want you to upload these files. You can just upload this through this link right here and select your files. But if you have multiple files, I always find it easier to keep them in one subfolder and simply zip the folder and upload it as a single file. At the conclusion of our course, you'll be working on a final paper. There I want you to focus on one or more sections that we cover in our course and write a summary, say, about the concepts you've learned and researched. You can expand the topics of previous assignments together with MATLAB code examples and diagrams. In summary, I'll be sending you my emails regarding the MATLAB license, and soon, as soon as I know that it becomes available, I'll notify you. So, thank you and have a great semester.